And we are live for Week 10 of Anchor Down, the Topsail Pirates football show. This is, as always, your weekly port of call, for Pirate football. I love that slogan. I came up with it by myself with some ChatGPT assistance. We're not talking about that. Thanks, everybody, for coming out and joining us live. I see a lot of familiar faces that we usually get here. A few new faces, actually, as well. So thanks for coming out. We've only got a couple more of these left as we prepare to wind down the 2025-2026 season. Thanks for everybody that's joining us live on YouTube right now. Or if you're watching after the fact. If you haven't subscribed by now, you probably should have. So go ahead and do it now if you haven't. We'll forgive you. And go ahead and go down and hit the thumbs up button. The more likes we get, the more into the algorithm we get. So, go ahead and like the stream here. And as always, we want to start out by thanking our host, Overland Ale, Jamie, you, your staff, everybody involved. We appreciate it. We appreciate you and all the support that you give Topsail High football and the athletic department in general. So, thanks for letting us use your fine establishment here. So tonight we're on a bye week this week, obviously, but tonight we thought it would be cool to kind of get together since we missed last week due to the Surf City and Topsail Middle School game. We all went out to that and watched our future Pirates face off against each other on our field. So there'll be none of that right now. This is a neutral
that
show
season
here.
Is over. They are all Pirates now.
Well, the 8th graders anyway. Yes,
the 8th graders.
So we thought we'd get together, talk about the last 2 weeks, and then kind of honor our seniors. And we're going to call this our senior Sendoff, even though we've got one more game ahead of us next week at New Hanover. We'll talk about briefly, and we'll save the meat and potatoes for that though next Wednesday night. That's what we got planned tonight. Rich, what's up, man?
Nothing much, man. It's been a pretty busy week considering there is no game, so that's good. Hey, I do want to wish a happy birthday to our FTF fearless leader, Chris Hafer. So I believe it's 65 today, Chris. 65. Jamie, he gets a senior citizen discount. Happy birthday, Chris.
Yeah, Chris, this guy over here is the definition of him, right? That's he's not a selfish bone in his body. He's been around the program for years, and a lot of what we do is he took it over years ago and kind of made it his own, and in my opinion, improved it. And as he gets ready to pass it over to the next wave of FTF volunteers here, unless we can convince him to hang out.
I think we can convince him.
I think we can too.
Yeah. I know that we just got to get Jen on board, and if Jen's on board, then Chris is on board. Yeah, so like Matt was saying, Chris has literally been doing this for forever. He hasn't had a son in the program this is his second year without a son in the program, but yet he sticks around. I think it's because I guilt trip him every year, and I do appreciate that. But Chris is who I aspire to be in FTF. I just don't have the time, effort, energy to put forth to become that. So.
Yeah, I'm just the one good thing about it is next year I'm tired of getting my hand slapped when the trailer is loaded improperly. So
that will be nice.
That's one thing we got to look forward to. But.
However, we will have to reach out to Chris to see how we purchase everything brand new because I'm sure it'll all end up broken.
All right, yeah. So had to spend a couple minutes on that. Happy birthday, Chris. Week 10, bye week, finally. And I don't mean finally like I've been looking forward to week 10, but finally a bye week. The good old Carolina Coast Conference blessed us with a week 10 bye this year, even though I feel like we've kind of gotten through our wave of injuries and recovered from it. And it would have been nice to have this bye week weeks ago, but nonetheless, here we are.
Hey, nothing better than having a bye when everybody's fully recovered and gets to go and enjoy their weekend without playing football on Friday night.
So, like we talked about last week, we didn't have a show due to the middle school game. I went out there. I was there for the first half. Had to leave to go watch my son Lincoln play baseball. But there's definitely something to look forward to with these rising 8th graders and coming up from Topsail and Surf City. There's some talent on that field that you could see.
They got some big boys out there at the middle school. Some of those offensive linemen were big kids. So a lot of good things hopefully coming in the future. And did we lock down? Are we going to get the middle school coaches here in 2 weeks, I think?
I'm working on it. I sent some texts out today. So we're going to try to do that for our season finale, which is 2 weeks from tonight after the New Hanover game. We're going to do a season finale, and the hope is to bring the middle school coaches up just to talk about their seasons and some of the rising freshmen that we will look forward to seeing on the field for the next 4 years. So that's in the works, and we'll try to get that scheduled for everybody. But yeah, great game. Like Rich said, there's some linemen coming that if they continue their growth, what's the word?
Trajectory.
That's a good one. Growth trajectory.
We'll have some 9-footers out there playing offensive and defensive line.
Absolutely. Stuff to look forward to. So hopefully we'll hear more about that in 2 weeks. But so we never got to recap Week 8, but Week 8 was Hoggard Week. We'll talk briefly about that coming up. And then Week 9 was last week at our final home game, senior night against West Brunswick. We can just jump into that right now, Rich. So Week 8, Hoggard, absolutely out the gate, great start for the boys. I believe we kicked to start that game.
No, we received.
Okay. We received to start the game immediately. I believe it was if it wasn't the first play, it was the second play. Tyler threw a beautiful ball to Jackson Reeves, who took it to the house. And Jackson, I thought you were gonna get caught there, but like I don't know what it was at about the 40-yard line. It was like, in those racing games where you hit like the X button, you get a boost, and you just like go faster than everybody.
Little excite bike. He hit the little arrow on the track, and no, I'm too old for you guys. Don't know what I'm talking about. I'm too old. Sorry.
Yeah, like in Mario Kart where you get the mushroom, and like that's what it looked like. He just like found another gear and started pulling away from the D-back and took it all the way. Beautiful play, beautiful pass. Right from the start, get on top of Hoggard early, and the stands were rocking.
It was definitely the loudest that I've heard the crowd this year. It was pretty awesome being in the booth. And so for those of you that don't know, Hoggard does like a live radio broadcast of the game, and they usually set up in our booth. And I know that they couldn't hear each other. The people listening on the radio, probably all they heard was us yelling and screaming. Yep. It was pretty awesome. Yeah,
I almost forgot to even do the call over the sound system because I was going nuts, but great play. And then we kicked to Hoggard, and
interception,
deflected ball. Logan Stevenson picks it off, and can't ask for a better start offensively and defensively. And then to add on to that, Demarion Smith takes a pass from Tyler all the way to the house as well. And
it was at that point in time, that might have been the loudest I've ever heard the Topsail crowd, not just this season, but in the 6 years that I've been going to games. So it was pretty awesome. It was pretty electric. Man, it was such a good start.
Yeah, proud of that first quarter. That was the first quarter that seemed to go on forever. I mean, that was all. I really honestly believe that first quarter took 45 minutes to get through, but. Yeah. But I thought the team played well for the most part, more so in the first half than the second. But Hoggard is definitely a tough task. They are going to be there when it's all said and done. They legitimate shot at a state championship. And
Hoggard's are they the lone 8A team in our conference, or is it Hoggard and Laney?
Hoggard and Laney.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Ended up coming out on the wrong end of that one, JV and varsity, but nonetheless, and I'll share this too. Rich was talking about the broadcasters that come in and stream to YouTube, and they do a live call over the game. After that game was over, while we were trying to rush them out of our booth so we could lock up and go home for the night. And, they're doing their post-game interviews and all that stuff. But after it was over, a couple of the guys, they go and they watch every single Hoggard football game and call it live. They had some very complimentary things to say about our team. They were blown away that Tyler was a sophomore. They were
Sander is a freshman.
They were blown away that Aaron Sander was out there as a freshman, and he said, "Hey, look, I fully expect you guys to show up to our place next year and absolutely give us a run for our money because there's definitely something brewing in Topsail." And I tend to agree. A lot of players that are up and coming with tons of potential that give them another year or two in the program, another off season or two, working on themselves individually. We've got a ton to look forward to over the next several years, and honestly, if the middle school translates like I think it will, it's going to be a great 6-7 years upcoming.
Yep.
I had to do it.
Right.
So.
Okay. All right. So sorry, Matt. I gotta derail the conversation. So all my youngsters out there, what does that mean? Do you know what it means?
Nobody
Matt?
knows. I've asked my
kids, and I don't know if they don't want to tell me. And if you guys don't want to tell me because it'll be live streamed, you don't have to. But I don't see anybody jumping up and down to tell me what it means.
Because they don't know either.
Okay. There we go.
All right.
I'm gonna make something up too. It's gonna be like, it's a song. What song? Who sings it?
Well, when somebody finds out, come and let me know.
Yes.
I did that on purpose, by the way. All right, so week 8. Now moving on to week 9, West Brunswick week. JV was away at West. Crazy game the JV played down there. The final score ended up being 6-3. Topsail got on the board early with a field goal. Cannon Gilroy, a nice, probably 15 to 18 yard field goal.
Yeah, something around that range.
Good kick, and it was a defensive battle the rest of the night on both sides. Both sides really stout defenses, and West was able to score a touchdown late in the I believe it was the third quarter, and Topsail had a late drive, had a chance there late, went for it on 4th and short with about a little over a minute left, unable to convert that 4th down play for the turnover, and that would end the game. But hey, look, at a defensive battle game like that, having a chance late is really all you can ask for, and one play goes different in that game, then Topsail gets the win. So.
Tough game. Honestly, we were probably on that last drive 5 yards away from potentially being in field goal range again. At least taking a shot to tie it and send it to overtime. Tough game. Both teams played really hard. Defensive battle.
And then varsity back home last Friday night for senior night. I thought the senior ceremonies were great. I really liked how this year we made the tunnel and had the players come through the tunnel from the end zone side, met the parents at the 30-yard line, and walked forward together. So, I thought senior night ceremonies went great as far as the football team is concerned. Well, really all of them, not just the football team, but especially the football team with the tunnel.
Yeah, no, that was pretty cool, and I don't think that I've seen anything like that since I've been here. I thought it was cool. They got to high five all their teammates as they went through. They got to say goodbye to their coaches. Well, not goodbye, but senior day goodbyes, and then parents sitting there waiting for them. I thought that was pretty cool. I saw some of the pictures of that, and there were some really good shots of the boys coming out of the tunnel. The reaction of the parents as the boys were coming out. I don't know if I saw many tears in those pictures from the parents. Bad parents. No, I'm just kidding. But it was great. It was overall, it was fantastic.
Yeah, if you want to see those pictures, they're up on the FTF Facebook page. Sarah Mabberley taking some of those pictures. I believe Catherine Kahn as well. Yep. So we appreciate them coming out and capturing those moments. But you can check those out on the FTF Facebook page. They're still there. So talking about the game, really good first half from a defensive standpoint. I thought, it Game was tied 0-0 at half. Defense played hard, battled. Offense battled. Just couldn't find the end zone. Really, both teams couldn't find the end zone. Just two really solid defenses out there. But if we're being a little bit honest here, I just, and again, this is me being a spectator. I'm not a coach, but I thought for the most part, our O-line was really holding up for the majority of that game, and I thought Tyler had a good amount of time to set up, go through his progressions, through his reads in passing situations, and I just felt like, just from watching and the time that it took before the first defender, was able to get through the offensive line, I just thought that was an improvement.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think the offensive line has improved really every week. So yeah, I think that I know the season's about to wrap up, and but I do think that things seem to be kind of gelling a little bit more as the season goes on. Obviously, we'd like to have a different number in the win column, but hey, the boys are out there, they're fighting hard, and it seems that they're improving every week. And that first half is really showed it.
Because if you remember a few weeks ago, before the season started, and we were going through non-conference slate, we were talking about how well West Brunswick was playing to begin the year. I mean, they were, I think they were 4-0 out the gate before they started conference play. And then I remember sitting up here saying, West Brunswick's got Hoggard week 1, so we're going to find out if they're for real. So it's not like, that was a quality team that we played Friday night. So
yeah, and if I remember correctly, I think their quarterback is only, and he had a pretty good game, especially on the ground. I think he's only a junior, so we will see that kid again next year. I
think that's right.
Yeah,
I think that's right. Just from an offensive standpoint, I really would have liked to see the boys try to work the middle of the field a little bit more. I thought that, I thought there were some good matchups across the field. I know West was putting a linebacker on Jackson for the majority of the game. I was able to point out, and just thought that the middle was open there. But I just when we did throw the ball, it was kind of either to a screen or we're taking a deep shot down the field, but those low completion percentage passes. So I think that maybe that could be an area of improvement that I see, is maybe try to work the short game over the middle a little bit more. But I don't know.
Yeah, no, I can't disagree with what you're saying.
Unfortunately, we would also come out on the wrong end of the scoreboard in that game. However, it was a special night. I thought it was the best. I thought it was obviously the best result of the season, in conference anyway. And even though we weren't able to put points on the board, I just thought that there were things to take away from that game, like the O-line giving Tyler time, like the defense, keeping them off the scoreboard for the entirety of the first half. So,
well, you got to remember that it was 7-0, right? We're down 7-0, and because they just pushed it or punched it in from the half-yard line or something like that. And to be honest, from my angle, I didn't appear that he had crossed, but again, I'm on the 50. Well, it's
that was fourth down too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I was going to say the 50-yard line, but it's the Topsail booth. So what is that? The north,
40,
the 30,
yeah, 40.
30 north or something like that. Didn't look like he had gotten in, but hey, I'm not down on the field. You got to believe that the officials have the better angle. And then, we get the ball back. I think we punted. They get the ball back. And then
their drive is continued by
a pass interference call. And I don't know, maybe high school's got different rules than college and peewee and middle school and the NFL. But my understanding is that the ball is tipped, there cannot be pass interference. And that extended that drive and I believe that was fourth down as well. So we would have gotten the ball back at about our own 40 with plenty of time left in the game. And I don't understand how they missed it. And I hate ragging on refs.
I don't.
Well, that's because I always tell my, sometimes when the boys come home and say it's the ref's fault, I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not. But that was just a terrible, terrible call, unless there's a different rule that I'm not aware of. But that extends the drive. They go down, they punch it in. Now it's 14-0, and then they scored that then they scored that last touchdown with only a few minutes left in the game. But you take that terrible, at least in my opinion, call away, and who knows? Maybe we get the ball, we get the momentum, we're able to drive down, punch it in, our defense steps up, and then we are able to walk away with the win. But unfortunately, it didn't happen that way.
I 100% agree. All right, so we're going to move into what we call our senior send-off here, and I don't know who's here tonight. I know everybody couldn't be here, but I'm going to call these players down the list. And guys, once you hear your name, if you could just come up and line up to my right, your left of the stage. I'm going to get down through the list of you all, and then I'm going to start calling you up one at a time. We've got some, real quick few questions for each of you. Won't take long, but we're just going to bring you up here and kind of ask you a few questions, and then and cycle you through. And then once we're done with all that, I'd like to get everybody up here at one time behind Rich and I and do a picture of us all. And I think that's something cool to do that we could do every year. But, yeah, so without further ado, so seniors, 2026 graduates of Topsail High School football. We've got number 1, defensive back, Drew Chambly, team captain. Number 2, outside linebacker, Josh McKay. Number 3, wide receiver and defensive back, Cam Kohler. Number 4, defensive back, Brody Fuchs. Number 6, wide receiver, defensive back, Caleb Holland, team captain. Number 10, wide receiver, Demarion Smith. Number 14, wide receiver, defensive back, safety, running back, everything else, JoJo Sidbury.
And I just want to add in there for JoJo, it seems like JoJo has been going to Topsail High School since I moved here in 2019. So glad to see you finally being a senior, JoJo.
Number 20, running back, Matthew Hayes. Number 21, outside linebacker, Aaron Liberatore. Number 22, linebacker, William Mueller. Number 32, outside linebacker, Ross Anderson, team captain. Number 45, fullback, outside linebacker, Landon Lash, team captain. Number 51, defensive lineman, Jack Waddell. Number 63, offensive tackle, Jack Gregory. Number 64, offensive lineman, Aiden Walsh. Number 75, offensive guard, David Swain. Number 80, tight end, Jackson Reeves, team captain. Number 82, fullback, middle linebacker, Kyle Romanek. And number 97, nose guard, Brody Stanton. That's your 2025-2026 senior class. So, guys, when I call you up, just come right up here. We'll hand you the mic, and we're going to ask all of you the same questions. Drew, you're the only one that doesn't get to hear the questions before you have to answer. Sorry about it. Number 1, Drew Chambly. Drew, we've had you up here a couple times now. So some of these questions may be repeat, but it's all right. So first question, your favorite memory from the last 4 years of high school football?
I would say that's probably a pretty hard one, but if I had to say, I would say probably riding on the senior bus after away games on the way home. Those are always fun. I mean, I know we haven't won, but I mean, it's still a good memory that I'll have forever.
Awesome.
All right. So football season's about to wrap up here in the next 2 weeks. Any other sports you're going to participate in at Topsail this year?
Probably not. Nope.
No?
No.
That's it. All right, there you go. All right, last question for you. What's next after graduation? Is it college? Is it trying to continue to play ball? Military? What do you plan to study if college is where you're going?
So my plan right now is probably trying to go to college for a 4-year degree, something that has to do like sports medicine or sports management, something along those lines. But I would probably say that, yeah, going to college.
Awesome. Well, good luck, Drew. It's been a pleasure watching you. We're proud of you, and we know you're going to do great things in the future.
Hey,
Drew Chambly.
Hey, boys, so if anybody decides that they're going to join the military, it's the Marine Corps or nothing, just throwing that out there. Right, Matt? Isn't that what we said?
All right, next on the list. Number 2, Josh McKay. All right, Josh, welcome back to the stage. Your favorite memory of the last 4 years of high school football?
My favorite memory, there's been a lot, but probably when I first moved here, and getting kind of mentored by Austin Hobson. It's
Austin,
not,
yeah.
right? He taught me a lot. Him and Caden and Chris kind of took me under their wing. Gave me a hard time, but
Awesome. Those guys,
I love them.
some good guys to model your game after for sure. Will we see you playing any other sports this year after football season?
I got lacrosse coming up in the spring, so getting ready for that after the football season ends.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
Plans for after graduation?
I plan to go to ECU and study sports management, and
Awesome. All right.
see where that takes me.
Josh, we're proud of you. It's been a pleasure watching you play ball, and we'll be rooting for you as you progress through the rest of your senior year toward graduation. Josh McKay.
Thank you.
All right. Next on the list is number 3, Cam Kohler. He's not able to be here this evening, but I'll just share a quick memory on Cam, and that's from this year. There was a game, and I don't remember who it was. It may have been Ashley, and we talked about it that week. But Cam laid the biggest hit of anybody on this football team this year. He got flagged for it. In my opinion, differs from the coach. I didn't think it was a penalty.
Neither did I.
But even with the penalty, he was pumped. And so I told him after the game, I was like, hey, man, good hit. And he grinned ear to ear. So, yeah, that's my memory of Cam. I'll take with me. So, all right. Next to the stage, number 4, defensive back Brody Fuchs. Welcome to the stage, Brody.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to change up these questions. All right. No, I'm not. All right, man. Favorite memory. It doesn't have to be your senior year. Favorite memory of your 4 years playing at Topsail.
Yeah. First one that comes to mind is my sophomore year on JV, and we had that big comeback win against Dixon. I feel like that was pretty big for the team at the moment. There was a lot of energy there. So.
Nice. Any other sports you're going to play this year?
Yes, I'll be running track until I graduate.
What events?
100, 200, 4x1, 4x2.
Oh, so you're one of those fast guys.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. There you go. What's your plans for after graduation? College, military? What do you plan on studying if it's college?
Yeah, I'll be going to college. I plan on studying motorsport engineering or automotive engineering somewhere in that field. Just to get a big job there, I plan to take that through for the rest of my life. So.
Okay. So like NASCAR stuff?
Any sort of racing. So whether it's for a car brand, NASCAR. So I'll probably do internships there. So.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, hey, heck of a year this year. We love seeing you out there playing. Wish you the best of luck, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Number 4, Brody Fuchs.
That light is very bright.
It is. I can't see anybody anymore. All right, next to the stage, returning guest, number 6, wide receiver, defensive back, Caleb Holland, team captain. All right, Caleb, I'm fairly certain we've asked you some of these questions before, but we're going to get it again here. Your favorite memory of your last 4 years of high school football?
I got to agree with Drew. My favorite memory is definitely riding the bus on the way back from the away games.
Is that like a secret thing that happens in there, or
I mean,
just hype, or can you share, or is it?
if you know, you know.
Okay.
So it's kind of like 6'7"?
Yeah.
All right, I like it. Some things are just better left unsaid, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Will we see you playing any other sports the rest of this season?
No, I don't plan on playing any other sports at Topsail High School this year.
All right. You'll be there cheering on everybody else, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. After graduation, what's next for Caleb? College, military? What do you plan to study if it is college?
It's still up in the air for me, but definitely my number one right now would be to go to a 4-year university and get some sort of degree, whether it's business, sports management, something along those lines.
Okay. Well, there's still time to figure all that out. But whatever it is, we wish you the best. We've enjoyed watching you play ball. I remember watching you play down at Rec League all the way up through high school, and it's been a pleasure, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, guys.
Caleb Holland.
All right, who's next? Demarion.
Number 10, wide receiver, Demarion Smith.
It is bright, right?
Did I do the last one, or did you?
You did.
Okay, go for it.
All right, Demarion. So I'm glad that it's not just Matt and I up here saying that that's bright. I'm glad that one of you young fellas agrees with us. So same questions, man. Favorite memory of your 4 years playing here at Topsail?
I think my favorite memory from here is when Austin Hobson caught a pick six and did a front flip.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. Didn't he get a flag on that as well?
Yeah, we did.
And he probably got an earful from Coach Tichy.
He had about 500 yards of bear crawls.
All right, man. You play any other sports? You plan on playing any other sports this year?
Yeah, I'll definitely do track.
Okay, you one of those short, fast guys, or not short, but short distance fast guys. Sorry.
Yes, he is. I don't know if you can see it on the field, but I could.
Yes. All right. I thought you were gonna be out there throwing shot put with Rico. All right, man. What's your plans after graduation?
We'll go to college and then try to get a business degree.
Okay. You trying to play ball up there too?
Yeah, I am.
Nice. Well, man, it's been a pleasure. Again, you and JoJo, it seems like you guys have been around here for a long time. Glad to see you finally graduating, but hate to see you leave, man. So congratulations on the upcoming graduation, and wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Demarion Smith, number 10. All right, next to the stage, number 14, wide receiver, like we said, insert name of position here, JoJo Sidbury. JoJo, welcome back to the stage.
Thank you.
So no secret here, same questions. Your favorite memory from the last 4 years of high school football?
Probably the locker room parties. That's probably the best.
Dang, wait. There's bus parties, locker room parties. How come I didn't know about all this?
Are we too old to get invited to those?
Special invite. Special invite.
I can't come?
Nah.
All right. All right. Will we see you in another sport this year before graduation?
Yes, sir. Doing track.
Doing track.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Short
Winter-
distances really fast again?
Yeah.
All right.
Winter track or spring? Or both? Both?
Yeah, both.
Okay. Awesome. Looking forward to it. And I believe we've asked you this before, but we're going to do it again. What's next for JoJo after graduation? Any college plans, military plans? And if it's college, what do you plan to study?
Going to college for sports medicine and then going to the military for Air Force Reserve.
Okay. Commission? All right. Awesome. That's a good plan. JoJo, again, it's been awesome watching you play ball. Proud of you. And we wish you the best of luck in whatever it is for you that next.
Thank you.
Number 14, JoJo Sidbury.
All right. Is Matthew Hayes out there? No? All right. So you got any memories on Matthew Hayes?
I do. So So when Matthew first moved here from Texas, I remember we were playing Topsail Junior Pirates. Landon was, and I was an assistant coach for a couple years out there. As Landon was coming up, and then one year we had this Pee Wee team. We struggled to find enough boys to field this team, but we did. And there was little old Matthew Hayes out there. Well, he wasn't really. He was one of the biggest kids on the team back then, believe it or not. And he come out, and I just remember that just quiet, calm, collected, didn't have a lot to say, but went out there on the field, and at the snap of the ball, Matthew wasn't that calm, cool, quiet, collected kid. He was an absolute animal. And we had a rough year that year. I don't think we won a game that year, but I had the most fun I've ever had coaching any sport that season just because of the kids. And I'll just never forget Matthew Hayes walking up day one, just eyes wide open and not a word to say, but then ball snapped and he was an animal. So that's my memory of Matthew. Wish he was here next year as well. But anyway. Who we got? Is that Aaron over there? Sorry, it's blinded by the light here. Also a good song. Number 21, outside linebacker, Aaron Liberatore. Am I saying that right?
Yes, sir.
Liberatore? Liberatore. Got it. My apologies.
Yeah, it is bright, right?
Can confirm.
All right, so here we go, Aaron. We have got those same questions, man. What's your favorite memory of the last 4 years playing at Topsail?
I'd say my favorite memory would probably be the pregame meals with the teammates.
Pre-game meals?
Yes, sir.
Is that because it's free food?
Absolutely.
Excellent answer. Could not ask for anything better. Are we going to see you playing any other sports this year?
Wrestling.
Wrestling. What
Yes,
weight
sir.
class you wrestle at?
This year probably 190.
190s? All right. You're going to have to cut weight to make that 190s?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit? Okay.
Don't do it.
And then what's your plans for after graduation? College, military?
I plan to go to college to get a business degree.
Okay, nice. You got any ideas as to where you want to go?
I really like NC State.
Okay, you like the state. Okay, there you go, man.
That's how you do it, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, it was a pleasure watching you play over the last 4 years. We wish you the best of luck in hopefully going to NC State. And, good luck, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Number 21, outside linebacker, Aaron Liberatore.
All right, next. We got William Mueller out there? No? All right. You got stories for William Mueller?
I do. I actually do have a story. I believe it was Landon's freshman year. Maybe it was his sophomore year. Maybe it was sophomore year. William used to be a lifeguard out at the country club pool, and this was before I knew him. And we'd go to the pool out there, and William would always talk to Landon, and Landon was like, "Yeah, he's on the football team. He plays ball." I was like, "Oh, okay," and he was just telling Landon how he's going to take his job, and he was as confident as he could be, and I just thought it was funny that the way that he would just exhibit a ton of confidence in his football skills, and he would make it be known, and I just thought it was awesome. So that's my story on William.
All right. Moving on to our next player. Number 32, outside linebacker and captain, Ross Anderson.
Ross, welcome back to the stage. We had you up here week 1, I believe.
Yes, sir. Week 1.
So welcome back. Same questions as everyone else. Your favorite memory from the last years of high school football?
That'd probably be the weight room on Fridays when we're getting hyped, getting ready for the game, just stretching out.
Okay, no parties?
No parties in the weight room.
All right. These parties keep popping up. I keep learning about them. Will we see you playing any other sports this year prior to graduation?
I'm still thinking about it. Maybe track in the spring.
Maybe track in the spring?
Yes,
okay.
sir.
And what's next for you after graduation? Any college plans, military plans? And if it's college, what do you plan to study?
I'm planning on going to the Citadel in Charleston.
Okay.
And I'm going to study finance.
Military post Citadel?
Yes, sir.
What branch?
Army.
Army. Yes.
Bye.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, awesome. Well, I don't know if I'm going to mention this. I probably shouldn't. I'm not going to say I shouldn't. If you want me to leave this alone, I will. But when we had Ross up here week 1, I know he talked about his injury that he sustained. Was it 2 years ago?
Freshman year.
Freshman year, that kept you on the sideline, and I didn't really know, what the extent of that injury was, and I believe it was, I don't know if it was Star News or one of the newspapers in Wilmington did a story on Ross, and I just happened to, one day scroll through it and see it, and I read the story, and I didn't realize that the injury that you came back from, took, several steps, and the path that you had to take to come back from that injury, and I read that story, and I was just kind of blown away at the way that you were able to kind of stay focused, and your willingness to still help out as where you could, and do things that off the field to still support the team and your teammates, and just read that story, and it was just super motivating from a personal standpoint, and wow, just want to let you know that super proud of you. I wish I would have known that prior to week 1, but very admirable to your character and your grit and your ability to fight through whatever adversity you have. So that says a lot about you. And
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So Ross, we have enjoyed watching you, and we wish you the best of luck at the Citadel and in the future.
Thank you.
Number 32.
Hey, real quick,
Ross Anderson, yeah.
You know what Army stands for, right? No, don't say it, Chris. I'm gonna say it. Aren't ready to be Marines yet?
That's not what it means.
Hey, if that's what you decide to do, good luck, man.
Thank you. Absolutely.
All right.
You're fired, Rich.
I know. All right, next senior, number 45, fullback, outside linebacker, also captain, Landon Lash. All right, Landon. Favorite memory of the last 4 years playing ball here at Topsail?
I've made a lot of memories, especially in these last 2 years being on varsity, but I'm going to bring it back to just stepping on the field the very first time my freshman year and seeing those seniors, just seeing the future of what I'm going to become. And, I mean, at the time, it was Nick Booten, it was Bryson Horney, it was Preston Rich, it was those names, Austin Hobson, like those people that I looked up to. And the second I went out on that field, I was like, I need to do this. This is what I want to do for high school. And that is just, that's something I think of every morning. That, like, when things get hard and I'm like, I honestly, I don't know what I'm doing this for, I think back to that, and it just keeps me on track.
Nice.
So.
Real quick. And, for those juniors out there, next year that's going to be you, right? That was you this year, Landon. You're going to have, underclassmen looking up to you. So, and that's really, you could look at any aspect of life as far as, having mentors and your own mentors and people to look up for you. You never know who's watching, and, somebody, you could be that person for somebody else. So, that's just always something to keep in mind. For you rising seniors next year, you're gonna have somebody looking up to you. So keep that in mind as you conduct your business.
All right, so as Landon steals my my light blocker right there, hey, I got a story about Landon. I think it was your sophomore year, and Matt and I are sitting in the end zone running the huddle, and I can't remember how it got brought up, but it was a close game, and I had just kind of spit out there, well, don't forget to record this play because number 5 is about to get an interception and bring it back to the house. Sure as you know what, ball gets snapped, number 5 picks it off and brings it back to the house. So it was pretty funny.
The very next play.
Yeah, it was. I'm like Nostradamus over here. I'm right every once in a century or so. So, all right, man. So, any other sports, wrestling, track, anything like that?
I'm not going to wrestle this year, but I'm definitely going to run spring track. I don't know if I am set on doing winter track, but I will be running spring track for sure.
Nice. And then plans for next year, college, military, workforce, you plan on continuing to try to play ball?
Yeah, I definitely want to go play college ball. After that, I would like to go into engineering if it's offered wherever I go. if not, I've thought about business backgrounds, like more logistical things. So.
Okay, I know a logistician, but yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, it's been a pleasure watching you play ball for the last 4 years, and I wish you the best of luck in whatever it is you decide to do after graduation.
I appreciate that.
Number 45, Landon Lash. Who's next over there?
So it looks like we're missing Jack Waddell's not out there, right? Jack Gregory.
I have a
Aiden
Jack
Walsh.
Waddell story real quick.
All right, let's go with the Jack Waddell story. You can come up here and hang out if you
I
want.
ran into Jack Waddell at a Canes game in Raleigh one night, and he was wearing a Caps jersey. And I gave him a hard time, and then he rips off the Caps jersey. He's got a Canes jersey on underneath of it. So that's my Jack story.
So like a true Canes fan, he's hiding.
All right. All right, next to the stage, number 64.
Are you still going to take me to the Blackhawks game, though?
Yeah, you can still come, Rich.
Thank you.
Number 64, Aiden Walsh. Aiden, welcome to the stage.
Nice meeting you, sir.
So, Aiden, your favorite memory from the last 4 years of high school football? I bet you didn't know that question was coming.
Kind of came out of left field.
Yeah.
I'd say my favorite memory was transferring over from the JV locker room to the varsity locker room and realizing it was the exact same locker room.
Just different parties?
It was to the right, though, so that made
Okay.
it better.
All
Made
right.
it so much better.
And will we see you on any other court or field or track or anything this year?
Not at Topsail, no.
Not at Topsail, okay. And what's next for you after graduation? College, military, what is it?
I hope to go to a 4-year college and then go to the Air Force afterwards.
Air Force, active duty?
Yes, sir.
Commissioned?
Yes, sir.
Okay, awesome. Any schools that you're looking at right now?
Definitely looking at South Carolina as well
Okay.
as ECU. Hey, you know it. You know it. Yeah. That's about it, though.
All right. Well, awesome. Well, good luck. We've enjoyed watching you play ball.
Thank you very much.
And yeah, good luck in the future and whatever's next.
Thank y'all.
Number 64, Aiden Walsh.
All right, I do not see David Swain out there. So it looks like our next is number 80, tight end, Jackson Reeves, also a captain. All right, before I turn the mic over to Jackson, I do just want to point out that the Wednesday before the Hoggard game, and we had Jackson up here, and he made it a point to say that Hoggard is going to know that he was on the field. And I'll tell you what, man, after that game, I think Hoggard knew that you were on the field. So,
100%.
heck of a job, man.
100%.
All right, so favorite memory of the last 4 years playing ball here at Topsail.
All right, so I actually have two. One was more recent.
Do we have
and-
time for two? Okay, we'll allow two.
One was more recent, and one was sophomore year. And the one of sophomore year was when we came back battling Dixon, and I scored. I think JoJo threw it to me, and I scored the final touchdown to win the game, and that was also my first touchdown.
Nice.
And then the more recent memory is the one against Hoggard, or second play of the game, I think.
It was a second play, yep.
And I caught the ball and went to the house.
That's right. I think it was like 78 yards, something like that.
Yeah.
Hoggard had a touchback. I think we ran the ball for about 2, and so I think it was about a 78-yard touchdown, man. Heck of a play.
Thank you.
Getting a little bit of feedback here. All right, we going to see you doing any other sports here in your senior year?
Maybe basketball. I'm thinking about it. One of my parents wants me to play my senior year, and the other one wants me to focus on football and get stronger. So
I wonder which one. I wonder which one wants him to focus on football. Sorry about that.
All right, well, hopefully we'll see you out there on the basketball court. If not, then I guess in the gym. Last question, man, and I think you kind of answered that already, is plans for after graduation.
yeah, so I want to go to a 4-year college and study law and become a lawyer one day. But I also want to play football at said college. And, yeah.
Nice. Well, it was a pleasure watching you play this year. Let's just do this way real fast. It was a pleasure watching you play this year, man. It was some of the, that play against Hoggard was one of the best highlights of the season. It's been an honor. It's been a privilege, and we wish you the best of luck.
Number 80, Jackson Reeves. Is Kyle Romanek here by chance? No. Brody Stanton? Not here. All right. Well, our last two seniors that couldn't join us tonight, number 82, Kyle Romanek, and number 97, Brody Stanton. And that's our 2025-2026 senior class. Guys, if you could come up here, all of you together, and just get behind us and let us stand up and do a quick picture. Parents and fans, if you want to gather here and take the picture as well, that's awesome. You can. So those of you watching on YouTube, you're just going to have to pause for a second.
And as you boys get behind us here, I need you guys' eyes wide open, staring right at the light. Are we standing or we scoot?
Well,
we'll sit and we scoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go right here.
Scoot on over here, scoot on in. Here, make a second. You can make a second row if you want to, bro.
Yeah, Brady.
Come on over here, right here.
Who reeks of cologne?
Me?
Right there, that's good. All
Right.
right. All right, here we go.
That's okay, bro. That's great.
At the light. You know that was helpful.
At the light? Wait, I'm smiling.
All right, just look at that camera right there, the white one.
Which one?
Exactly.
There's multiple ones. The actual camera.
All right, 5 more seconds.
3.
Oh my god.
6, 7. Yep, I heard that.
Oh, the actual camera.
2, 1. All right. Thanks, guys.
Silly one.
I have no idea how those pictures are going to turn out with this light, but all good. All right, so we're about done for this evening, but real quick before we get up out of here, we're going to do a quick conference update. So 6 of the 7 Carolina Coast Conference teams were in action during weeks 8 and 9. Recapping week 8, Hoggard was at Topsail. North Brunswick was at Ashley. Ashley got the win 20-6 over North. New Hanover was at West Brunswick. New Hanover would get the win 28-14. And Laney was on a bye week that week. Week 9, West Brunswick was at Topsail. Ashley was at New Hanover. New Hanover pulled out the win 32-22. And Laney was at Hoggard. Hoggard got that win 28-14. And North Brunswick was on a bye week. Rich, do you want to walk us through the conference standings after 5 weeks of conference play?
I can. So right now we got Hoggard sitting at 8-0 overall, 4-0 in the conference, followed by New Hanover as 4-4, 3-1 in the conference. Laney is also 4-4, but they are 2-2 in the conference. Ashley 3-5, 2-2 in the conference. North Brunswick 3-5, 2-2 in the conference, and West Brunswick 5-4, 2-3 in the conference. Upcoming games this week: we got North Brunswick at Hoggard, we got New Hanover at Laney, Ashley at West Brunswick, and we are on our bye this week.
All right, well, that's going to do it for Week 10's edition of Anchor Down, the Topsail Pirates football show. We are on a bye this week, so no games to remind you of. Enjoy your time off before we do it one more week. Final games of the season will be next week. We've got JV at home Thursday night on the 30th of October. That's a 6 o'clock kickoff versus New Hanover. And then varsity Friday night on Halloween. 7 o'clock kickoff at Legion Stadium against New Hanover. Check us out on all our socials, Friends of Topsail Football, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and then YouTube. So, again, subscribe if you haven't to our YouTube channel. We want to thank our host sponsors again, Oval and Ale. We appreciate you guys and your great establishment that you let us utilize. So, that's all I got for tonight, Rich. I will give you the final word.
All right, I do want to thank the seniors one more time for coming out. Again, it has been our pleasure to watch you boys go out there on the field and grow as young men, grow as ball players. Best of luck in the future, and we look forward to hearing about all the successes that you guys are going to have here in the next coming years. I want to thank all the individuals that come out here every week. Again, this show doesn't mean anything if we don't have the audience to watch it. So thank you all for coming out. We look forward to seeing you again next week. And go Pirates.
Go Pirates.